You know what time it is. It's time for Dirk.
Welcome back, folks, to In Depth with Dirk Dirkson. I am, of course, your host, Dirk Dirkson. Thank you for joining us. We're here with the first century missionary Paul. Today we're going to talk about the real life of a missionary. I'm so excited about this, Paul. Tell us what you've got for us.
Well, that's what we're here for, to talk about the real life of a missionary. I thought you were leading this show, Dirk.
Well, you know, Paul, sometimes you just gotta have some help. Now, being a missionary sounds like a pretty glamorous life, if I'm being honest.
How do you mean?
Well, it's just so exotic. I mean, doesn't sound like a real job at all.
Well, I had a real job. I was a tent maker.
You know, it sounds more like you were traveling around different lands just having fun.
Not exactly, but let me tell you about one of the first places we went was this place called Iconium.
Can't say I've ever heard of it, Paul. Is that not even a real place?
Well, not anymore, but it was in the first century.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, what did you do there in Iconium? Sit around on the beach and work on your tan?
Well, I did what a missionary does, Dirk. I went to the synagogue with my friend Barnabas, and we preached and told people about Jesus.
You must have been quite the celebrity there in Iconium.
People certainly knew Barnabas and I, but I wouldn't say that we were celebrities.
Interesting. I mean, you must have been pretty important. They must have been pretty excited that you were coming to the island.
Iconium isn't an island.
Well, they must have had a parade for you every night. The great missionary Paul here for us.
Well, can I get real with you? I mean, actually, they tried to kill us. They took these big rocks and they tried to stone us and pelt us with these giant stones.
Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, I'd say they never got the chance.
Well, yes, here I am. So what happened is we learned about the plot and we escaped to somewhere called Lystra.
Lystra. I thought that was, something for your teeth.
Well, I think you're thinking of Listerine, but
well,
you might have thought our life was pretty good out there, but not exactly.
It sounds pretty happy-go-lucky there as a missionary there in Lystra, Paul. Just chilling out on the beach and, I mean, what happened?
Well, I don't know if I should say. Okay, I'll tell you.
I would appreciate it.
I healed a cripple.
Wow, that's amazing. People must have been really glad about that.
Well, it was great, Dirk. Except, they started to think we were gods. It took us a long time to convince these people that the powers we were showing were not from us, but they were from the God who made us. The God who heals, protects, and saves.
Well, at least they weren't trying to kill you there in Lystra like they were back in Iconium.
Well...
Oh no, what happened, Paul?
Well, the folks from Iconium followed us to Lystra and then tried to kill us there.
My goodness, but at least I can tell from my powerful powers of perception that they didn't get the chance.
Not exactly.
Well, what does that mean, Paul?
Well, they stoned me. They stoned me and dragged my body outside of the city. And thinking I was dead, they just left me there.
It's almost too much, Paul. I mean, were you dead?
Was I what?
Were you dead?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, some believers in the city, they came and they stood around my body and prayed for me, I guess. And then I stood up and walked back in the city. I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Our God is a God who protects us and keeps us safe, even in the midst of danger.
That is certainly an amazing story, Paul. I mean, it sounds like the life of a missionary can be quite dangerous.
Sometimes it can be.
Well, folks, we're going to have to come back and let Paul tell us some more about his amazing missionary travels. So don't forget to come back. We're going to get his favorite color, favorite animal, and find out if he has any quick, easy recipes for moms on the go. Well, that's an amazing story, Paul.
Well, God is good.
Well, I, for one, would rather be sitting with a nice tropical drink in my hand, just lounging on the beach in Tahiti.
Oh, Dirk.
What can I say, Paul?
See you next time.